Right, welcome to Uncensored Conservatism, episode 124, People and Stories of the Week. We're going to do two people of the week from here on out, and two stories of the week. The only rule I have is that the person of the week, any person of the week, can't do it 2 weeks in a row, which is going to be really hard with Donald Trump. So let's start here with Joe Biden. As you may be aware, illegal immigration was a campaign issue, and, well, Trump won. That has people really afraid of this guy, Tom Homan, who is Trump's designated border czar. Now word comes that the Biden administration is thinking of extending temporary protection status for some illegal immigrants that are about to expire. Now that might make it a little harder to deport some of these people, but the people on this list aren't really a priority, and they number about 1 million. The priority is these guys, and guess what? That temporary protection status is going to expire at some time. We also learned that the Biden administration is backing down on Title IX reforms that would have allowed this crap, men competing against women in women's sports. So I don't think you'll see this in a Trump administration, by the way. Of course, Joey commuted the sentences to life in prison instead of the death penalty for 37 of 40 people on federal death row, 5 of whom killed children. Now, Biden pretends to be a Catholic, and he claims his faith dictated his decision, but not really, because he's also pro-abortion, so there is that. He's also given up on student loan forgiveness. You're not winning there, Joe. So he's managed to piss off conservatives over the death penalty and liberals over this and the transgender thingy, which must really piss off transgender college students the most. Then we learned that when the 13 soldiers killed during his disastrous retreat from Afghanistan, he kept the grieving families waiting at Dover Air Force Base because he was napping on Air Force One. But the scariest revelation is that the White House has been covering up Biden's mental decline since about 2020. For 4 years, we've been told that Biden was the healthiest, most cognizant octogenarian ever to live, and that's no malarkey. And to top off the Biden week, we learned that the FBI very early determined that COVID was created in a lab in Wuhan, China, but that the evidence was ignored and suppressed. The fact is now that the mumbling, bumbling, stumbling, senile old fool has 1 foot out the door and 1 foot in Delaware, and the truth is coming out. From Charlottesville to drones over New Jersey, it's been one big fucking lie. Our second personality is this guy, Donald Trump. Of course, because, well, he's the real president. Okay, so first he said that NATO countries should bump up their defense spending to 5% instead of like 2% or 3% of their GDP. Then he said that Panama is ripping us off at the Panama Canal and we need to take it back. Then he floats the idea of purchasing Greenland from Denmark. Of course, he's been needling the nerdy Justin Trudeau about making Canada our 51st state. And he even suggested that this guy should be the leader of that new state, Wayne Gretzky. By the way, Gretzky's association with Trump really pisses off Canadians. Kind of funny. All right, first of all, we're not going to purchase Greenland. It would be too expensive, and it's just fucking cold there, so. I also doubt we're going to take back the Panama Canal. Do we really want to send troops back down there again? This is bargaining rhetoric for lower fees for American shipping. As for Canada, I doubt we want these people like this being called United States citizens, eh? This is simply Trump trolling the media. There may be shreds of truth in there. Maybe NATO should pony up more money. Maybe Panama does rip us off. Maybe Russia has designs on Greenland because there is gold, silver, and uranium there. And maybe Canada benefits in trade at the expense of America to some degree. But Trump yells squirrel, and the stupid media runs after it. So who's the fool? Trump or the media? It's Donald Trump making America fun again. As for the big stories this week, you may have heard about the continuing resolution that funds the government for X amount of months. Now, the original version was some 1,500 pages long and included loads of shit in it. Trump went on record against it. So Plan B, which Trump liked and would have raised the debt limit, also was defeated. Now, some people didn't like Plan C, but they wanted to get out of D.C. for Christmas, so they voted for it, and it passed. It still contains some unrelated stuff, but not like the 1,500-page version, and had no debt limit increase like Trump wanted. So you win some, you lose some. It's called negotiation. But that's not even the big story. The biggest complaints from the left is that Elon Musk entered the fray and opposed the 1,500-page piece of bullshit. That led Perry Farrell's mother, Rosa DeLauro of Connecticut, to start referring to Musk as the president and Trump as the vice president. And that was cute. This way she could attack Trump's ego and attack Musk's initiative. And of course, the usual suspects on MSNBC went along with it, like this one, the cutest little boy on television after Ricky Schroeder. Trump didn't take the bait and just laughed it off at AmFest in Arizona. So yeah, big fail there. But it makes you wonder, why do they fear this guy so much? The other big story this week, this guy, ex-Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida. Now, let me confess something here. I'm not really a fan of Gaetz. I think he made a lot of noise and did little else. And I've taken a lot of criticism among my fellow conservatives. Like, how can I support Gaetz here with the release of the Ethics Committee report, while condemning this, Hunter Biden? The difference is that one is proven. Well, we have the fucking pictures to prove it. There he is, like coked out, and there he is having sex on the bed. In the case of Gaetz, we have accusations and actually some conflicting testimony among those involved. I mean, did he really pay for sex and use drugs or have sex with a 17-year-old? He said in his younger days he was a wild man, but he's reformed. We don't know how long ago this was. I guess 2017. I don't even know if he was in Congress then. Maybe he was. I mean, these are serious accusations that even the Justice Department of Merrick Garland did not pursue. He's promised revenge now. He's going to reveal every Me Too settlement with former and current members of Congress. I hope he does, assuming he has the receipts. But here's the thing, Mr. Tough Guy, who likes to play political hardball. He needs to either shut up or shut the fuck up when political hardball is played against him, because that's what this is. If he has the goods on others, great. Transparency, right? And maybe we'll finally get an answer to that age-old question among conservatives. Lindsey Graham, gay or straight? And that's it. Have a great day and a more pleasant tomorrow.